What's up, y'all? Hi. I know my hair looks like a mess right now. So, well, it's because I took a shower. I don't even air dry my shit. I don't even hair dry my shit, dude. I don't know. Sometimes I do if I have like some kind of like event going on, but I don't. But anyways, the video's finally here. Thank God. Yay. So I'm pretty sure I'm like maybe. Okay, on my script it says 4 months late. I'm probably like 5 months late now on this topic for a long time. So I've always wanted to make a top 10 like worst album list for 2025. Originally, I had one for 2023 at the time before my channel got terminated, but I scrapped it. I think I saw the thumbnail somewhere saved to my laptop, so that's nice. But yeah, I've always wanted to make one of these, especially for 2025, so yeah. Before I begin with the list, I do have a few dishonorable mentions. So, first we have Too Slimy's High Anxiety. I'm surprised I didn't put this on my list because originally I had like 15, but then I wanted to kind of rush this list. So I'm like, okay, I'll just put some of these albums on my dishonorable mentions list. So that's where I put Too Slimy on here. But like Too Slimy, man, like this album, I wouldn't say it's like that bad at all. It's just like a funny bad album. It's like maybe like a guilty pleasure in a sense. I mean, if you like this kind of like underground shit, I don't know what it's called. It's like underground reach. It's kind of like that one era like a couple years ago where you had like Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, Baby Santana, or whatever his name is now. I'm nowadays you got like Chi, same thing like with like Osama Sin. It's basically that kind of sound, but his voice is. I couldn't take it seriously, bro. He's like, what the hell? I thought it was funny, but then the sound got stale. I'm like, okay, cool, alright. Because, yeah, like, I listened to his High Anxiety album, and I don't know. It wasn't that bad to me. Like, I've heard worse shit, so it's fine. It's fine. It's like a guilty pleasure album to me. Next, I got Life of a Showgirl by... I put this in the fucking script. Taylor Swift. I don't know. Every time when I type in like Taylor Swift, I just put Taylor instead. Cause I don't know. I guess I get my W and R keys mixed up. Anyways, I thought this album would be bad. It's honestly not that bad of an album. Like even though the first song does not sound like her at all. But once you get to like Ophelia, it does. And the same thing with the other song too. That's like a huge hit. And of course, the song with like Sabrina Carpenter, which is a mid song in my opinion. Like I don't care about the song at all. But anyways, like some of the songs on here, like Wood, for example, the lyrics were just like uncanny. Like they didn't even sound good at all. But I don't think this album was that bad. It's like I thought it was. I mean, I'm not a Swiftie, so my girlfriend is, but I don't think she listens to like modern like Taylor Swift nowadays. She's just like the OG or something. But like I'm pretty sure she's heard of like Ophelia Elise, which is an okay song. Next I got Joyner Lucas with ADHD 2. Now when I saw the track list, I'm like, what in the fuck? We have Ava Max, Black Bear, and then we got this song with J Balvin, The Baby, and Fireboy DML. Okay. Honestly, this album wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, but I don't really care about the concept of the album at all. I do remember listening to his first ADHD album back in like 2020, which I think that was supposed to come out like back in 2018 or some shit. I don't know. I mean, that was the time when I was a decent like Joyner Lucas fan, so I thought that one was just kind of cool. Like, I don't know, it's just whatever to me. There were a few decent songs though, like the one song with Big Sean, that was a good song. I think White Noise, what was it? That was a decent song. He did drop a Reloaded edition. I've only heard like GTA 6. I thought that was a decent song. But that was about it. I mean, I don't know. I just didn't hear that song at all. It was Definitely weird with some of the features. I mean, especially with like that one song which of a J Pop and the Baby Party Milk. It was a decent song, but like it was such a weird collab. Very weird collab. Next I have Benson Boone with American Heart. I thought that song was gonna be pretty bad. I mean, like I said about Two Slinger, like I was gonna put this when I was gonna have 15, but since I have 10, I'm like, you know what, I'll just put it in this album mentions. This album could have been the number 10 spot, but I don't think it was that bad at all. The first few songs were pretty bad, and I'll say that. But the fourth track, whatever it was called, it was okay, honestly. I mean, Benson Boone, he's not a bad artist by any means, but I can tell, like, I'm not a fan of it at all. I mean, especially, like, lyrically, he ain't the best. Well, some of these songs, lyrically wasn't that bad at all, like the fourth track. But then you got, like, Mythical, Mythical, oh, that song is so bad. It's cringe as fuck. It's cringe. Now, last but not least, I have You Scooty by my boy Young Thug. I know I said that. The man himself, Young Thug. Dude, this album had so much hype around it, especially with this cover. But then, like, before he dropped it, we got this cover. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Why did it become white? It's so weird. It was weird as hell. I'm like, okay, this is bizarre. Alright. Like, I thought the name was pretty cool, and I thought the original cover was pretty cool, but then he came out with this, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. The one where he's, like, all bloody show was pretty cool, too. It was kind of a reference to his Slime Season series, so I thought that was pretty sick. He could have, like, used that. You know, he only used it for one of the singles that he dropped it for the album, which was, For All the Dogs. I thought it was decent. I could see why he dropped it, but I wouldn't listen to it, like, on repeat. He also dropped Money on Money with Future, which was a good song. I mean, that's probably the best song on this album anyway, because the whole album, it was a huge disappointment, not gonna lie. But I have it on the summer mentions because the deluxe edition was definitely way better. The deluxe edition had like better songs. It was just a lot better. Nice, decent little key feature, rest in peace. I mean, some of those songs were probably leaked already anyway, but man, like, at least the deluxe edition's good. So thank God for that. I mean, there's one song on there, Ninja. It's an interesting song. Definitely one of the better ones. You guys also got that one song with like 21 Savage and Lil Baby. Those songs are pretty decent. But then you got like some songs with like Sexy Red. I'm like, okay, this is a bad song. The songs with with Mariah the Scientist were pretty mid, and then you got this one song with what's on there, like Travis Scott. It was okay, I guess. I don't know, all these songs are just disappointing, man. Especially like the solo tracks, like Whoopie Doo, Whoopie Doo. I'm like, okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. This album was just this huge disappointment. It seems like he's cooking again with our album, so hopefully it'll be good. Um, his like last few features were pretty decent, like the one with like Nav, with I think it's called Trimsky or something. I don't know. That's a decent song. So yeah. So those are my dishonorable mentions. Now let's get to the actual list. Number 10. You want, speaking of Nav, I got Nav with what's it called? I think it's called like On My Way to Rocksdale. I got that album at number 10. So actually, I was thinking about putting this in this album list because this album is just a boring ass album. I mean, there's nothing to it. It's spacey and all. It's probably better if you're like high as fuck. So maybe if I have like a pen with me or something, maybe I can zoo it up and listen to his album. I don't know. I don't really smoke like that, so I don't know. I always smoke with my friends about it, but I don't know. I'm usually a drinker myself, but anyways, like this album was just boring as fuck. The song with like Cardi and the other song with Dr. were just nothing special. Actually, the one with Dr. was okay. I mean, I don't remember because all the songs blended in together. I couldn't remember any song that was decent. Maybe the one with the Metro Boomin, that's about it. But that song was just pretty boring. Probably the most boring album to me. I mean, I've heard some Nav albums before, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of boring or kind of shitty. I'm not the biggest fan of Nav. I mean, I like a few of his songs, like some of his older shit, like Myself's Okay, Babes in the Tribe with the Travis Scott. You know, it's Travis Scott's song. That's a good song. And he's got Champion with Travis Scott. And that's kind of about it. I don't know. This song was just boring. That's all I gotta say. That's really about it. A while back, I was like, okay, I'll give Youngboy a listen. So, I gave I think it was his debut album. I forgot what it's called. It was where Youngboy does like this shit or something. Not a Flex and Up, and that's a different album. But it was this one. I forgot what it's called. But it was actually a pretty good album. It had like it's his classic hits like Astronaut, Diamond Teeth Samurai, whatever it was called. There's another one too. I forgot what it's called. It was a good hit. But anyways, so I gave this album a listen while I was working out, and yeah, this album was just not that good. Cause like I know he's notorious for like having albums that are at least like 25 plus. This one is at least like 30. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But God, like some of these songs were just so bad. Like his voice, his delivery on the songs are so shitty. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? I mean, some of the songs like I forgot what it's called. I'll pop them right here. Like some of these songs were decent. I thought these were okay. But that one song with Kari, I think it's called "Fire Your Manager." That song was a huge disappointment. I thought it would be a decent song because I don't mind some Cardi, but this song was a huge disappointment. Huge disappointment. I might get flamed for that, but it was not a good song at all. But this album, man, like it really annoyed the fuck out of me with its delivery. His cadence for this album was just annoying. All right, by the way, this album was an hour and 32 minutes long. God, this album is I don't know. It'd be crazy if I were to do like a ranking of his discography, because I know like half his shit is like 30+ songs, like with each album or some shit. I don't know what I just said, but yeah, like it's insane. Oh God, dude, I don't know, man. This album was just not good. It was not good. Not as bad as as these art rated, but yeah, like it was just not that good. It was just annoying. I've heard the band before. I don't really listen to like metalcore like that. I think they're metalcore. They're also progressive. I'm like, okay, that's interesting because when I was going through this album, I'm like, okay, so it kind of progresses, not like Tool or anything. You know, I don't listen to Tool like that. You know, I've been watching and listen to some Tool, but I've heard a few Tool songs at least. You know, you gotta be like a huge like nerd to listen to them, but who knows? But anyways, so I tried listening to this album. Might have been like not the best idea to go to this album as like a first listen for Sleep Token, because I'm pretty sure everyone, if any of these like Sleep Token fans, they'd be like, oh, you gotta listen to this album instead of listening to this album first. I'm like, okay, cool. I honestly forgot what this album was called, but I tried listening to it. I just didn't care about it all, dude. I don't know. I'm not a biggest fan of the singer's voice, and I came to learn that, like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of his voice. I would say some of the production on these songs were decent, but then I think the first song, there's like a random segment where it's just like trap. I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on here? And then it just goes back to like metal. I'm like, okay, this is fucking weird. Okay, this album was just so weird, dude. It was weird, very strange. And then some of these songs just took too long to like progress. So I'm like, oh god, because some of these songs were like 8 minutes or like 5 to 7 minutes long. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, like this was just not good. I don't know. Like I don't mind progressive because I'm a big fan of Pink Floyd, but I think I probably should have listened to the first album first. Oh, Sleep Token, by the way. I probably should have listened to Sleep Token's first album first, but Oh well, I mean, I can see why I'm not a fan of them. So maybe I prefer like other progressive like metalcore bands. I don't know, maybe like Avenged Sevenfold. I don't know. I don't know if they're progressive. But I don't like metalcore. But yeah, like I was a big fan of this album, so that's why I put it at 8. I mean, I definitely prefer the other two albums, so there's that, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. That makes me keep talking, but yeah, there we go. Number 7, I got another band, but it's actually a pop band, Maroon 5, with, I don't know what the song's called, I don't remember. Actually, it's got a barfly on it, but anyway, so Maroon 5 came out with this album, and I'm like, okay, this is probably gonna be as bad as, like, that one song they had a couple years ago, Memories. On the memories. I tried listening to this album. I was going to walk one day. I'm like, God, this is so fucking cheesy. I don't mind Maroon 5. Like, I don't mind their OG stuff, especially like their 2010s. Like, some of those hits were pretty decent at the time. Like, I would say this. Before 2018, Maroon 5 was a decent band. They were pretty decent. Like, in the 2000s, they were decent. Early 2010s, they were decent. You know, some songs were annoying at the time. Even from my generation, because we grew up with like Maps and Sugar, especially like Payphone. Oh my god, man, those were everywhere. It was crazy. Same thing with like movies like Dragon, that came out like I think late 2000s, but you know what I mean. But like ever since like their one song, "Girls Like You," they became pretty shitty. I mean, even like in 2017, they were starting to like regress. I'm like, okay, cool, okay, but then this album was just not that good. Like, it was not that good at all. Every song sounded the same. I'm like, okay, this is cool. All right, Lil Wayne's on here, but his feature was okay. I guess I don't know. Could have been better. They also had Lisa on here from Blackpink. I'm like, okay, she did okay. I guess I don't know. This album was just not that good. Oh, they also have Sexy Red on here, of course. God, dude, God. I can see like Cardi B at the time with like Girls on Girls, not Girls on Girls, Girls Like You, whatever the fuck. Wait, Girls Like Girls is that one song by Drake. Girls want girls. Okay, I'm getting off topic here, but yeah, like this album was just not that good. It was cheesy. Just go listen to like OG Maroon 5 or like just before 2018. If anything before 2018 was decent. It was decent. I mean, I'm not a Maroon 5 connoisseur, but like I've heard better songs from them. So like, yeah, just go listen to like maybe like Sunday Morning because that's a good song. So yeah, just go listen to anything that's not this shit. Alright, so now I'm talking about the Carter 6. I did make a video on this, so I'm gonna keep it brief. So, yeah, of course it got terminated, but I'm pretty sure I think I have some of the footage somewhere in my OneDrive. But anyways, the Carter 6, this album was a huge disappointment. Probably the worst Carter album. You know, I started listening to the first two. I mean, I think I listened to the second one, but I don't remember at all. But maybe someday I can do like a ranking of all the Carter 6 albums, which I think that one YouTuber has done it, so maybe I can do it. I'm pretty sure some people have already done it, but maybe I can do it because I remember the Carter 3 the most and the Carter 5 because I listened to those ones the most. Somewhat 4, not really 1 and 2, except like my DJ. That song's decent. But anyways, the Carter 6, it was not that good. It was not that good. The first song, or like one song, Welcome to the Car, was great. But then it kind of goes downhill a little bit after that song. You got these weird features, like with like Bono or some shit. I'm like, okay, this is a weird song. This could have been decent during like the early like 2010s or something. I don't know. And they got this one song with like Big X the Plug and this other guy, which is one of the better songs on the album. And then you got Bell where he talks about like Taco Bell or something. I'm like, okay, good decent song. Took a Lil Wayne. And they got this weird song with like Jelly Roll and Big Sean. It's like snakes always in the grass. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sharks ain't always in the water. Interesting song, interesting. Yeah, I thought it'd be a nice song, but it's one of the better ones. It's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. You know, Big Sean definitely has the best feature on this album. But then you get the bad songs, like his cover of Weezer. I'm like, okay, cool. Pretty bad. And then you got Penis to an Elephant, which, you know what, lyrically it's not bad, but the beat's pretty bad. I don't know. It was pretty bad. A terrible beat. The worst beat on here for sure. And then it becomes like a mess after that with like that one song with the Wyclef Jean. I'm like, okay, this is not a good song. I don't recognize the song at all in the sample. The one with MGK and Call It Black, I don't care about the song either. Yeah, it's so, I don't know. This album was just a huge disappointment. A worse album to me than Yusuke in my opinion, because at least Yusuke had a good deluxe edition to it, but like the Carter 6 was just a mess. I don't know, man. It was just not that good. Not that great. Maybe someday I'll upload the original, I'll see, but like I said, I gotta find it somewhere in my OneDrive or some shit. But yeah, like this album's not that good. Alright, number 5, I got Ian, who was one of the freshmen from last year's Double XL. I first heard of Ian back probably 2 years ago, which is insane to say, because he was blowing up. Everyone's like, "Oh, he sounds like Yeet." Ah, I mean, he also sounds like Chief Keef in a way. I mean, to be honest, like everyone was influenced by Chief Keef at the time, so there's that. But he literally, like on this album, like you got like some songs that sound like Yeet, some songs that sound like Chief Keef. I mean, they've all sent me a couple songs together, so there's that. I did listen to his Goodbye Horses album. I believe that came out 2 years ago. Oh, excuse me, fuck. But yeah, I thought that one was just trash. It was just awful. There were only like a couple of decent songs on there. Like the one song with like Lil Yachty, like that song was pretty decent. But I hear the only good song there was just I forgot what it's called, but that was like the only good song on here. But like this album was just way worse than his last album. Even though it was 10 songs long, that's just not bad. I mean, at least it wasn't 30 songs long. Thank fuck for that. But this album, man, like it was something special. Like just go listen to Yee or Chief Keef, man. Like they're not that bad. Of course, Chief Keef's not that bad, but like I could have sworn on one of these songs on his album, he sounded like country a little bit. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I mean, to be fair, he had like a trailer for this album, and it was like country. I'm like, what is this guy doing? What's this man doing, bro? And he had an interlude with with Bad Baby. I'm like, okay, what does this have to do with the album? Like this brought in nothing. This brought nothing to the album, bro. But yeah, Country was singing on a country song. Or on a country beat, I should say. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this shit? Oh, the one song like was called Ah Shit, because I'm looking at my script and I'm like, okay, so it was that. But yeah, like, this album was just garbage, man. It was just awful. I wouldn't recommend this album at all.
Been walking on a tightrope, juggling high hopes and reality.
Before I started recording, right, I I watched like at least, I think I already said this, I don't remember, but I watched like at least maybe about 10 different top 10 worst album lists of 2025, or worst album 2025 lists, and everyone put Dave Blunt's on a list. I'm like, okay. Even NFR podcast, like I think they put Dave Blunt's. No, I think one of them they put Dave Blunt's at number 2 or number 3. I don't even remember. So I'm like, okay, I'll give this album a shot and see what happens. I'm sure you've heard Dave Blunt's from like that one viral song. I can't put down the cup. I'm sipping up promethazine. Shut up, Snapchat. Shut up. I don't know, I forgot what it's called, but I thought this album was gonna be funny as fuck because you can't take him so seriously. But if you look at the bars on each of these songs, especially this one song called Industry Plant. Industry Plant starts off with this shit. Yeah. The lyrics on his album are just fucking questionable shit, bro. I thought this would be like a funny bad album, but nah. It was just annoying. Lyrics are bad. He sounded like either Juice WRLD on here. He also sounded like Sean Kingston on here for some reason. I don't know why. On some songs he did, I'm like, okay, what is this shit? It's like if Juice WRLD and Sean Kingston made a baby, and then boom, you got this fat fuck. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know this album's actually that bad. Production wise, which is whatever. I mean, I haven't even talked about the production on some of his albums, but the production on his album was just whatever, in my opinion. Typical like trap shit. Excuse me. Also, throughout this album, like, he would mention, I don't know, Solar and Isabella or some shit, or Isabel. I'm like, who the fuck are these two? Are they groupies of his or something? Like, did he used to fuck with them? Like, I don't know. This album was just bad, man. I'm also going to show a whole bunch of, like, bars I found on this album that are just, like, very questionable. I would say this, like, on this list, I think this one has the most, like, questionable lyrics ever. Not even, like, the worst 2 albums I have on here are, like, that bad when it comes to lyrics. I mean, they are, but, like, it's more so corny. On this album, I'm just, like, did he actually write this? Like, the fuck is this shit? God, I can't believe I'm on Industry Plant, though. Oh, my God, dude. I don't know. Also, let me know if, like, who Solar and Isabel are. I mean, I could just, like, go on Genius and be like, okay, there we go. So, I don't know. God, but I was saying, like, if you want to listen to this album, go ahead. It's fun to go through the lyrics. I'll say that. Alright, let's move on.
Doggy style.
This album, I don't think anyone has talked about this at all. This is a weird album to say the least. So this person goes by Self Esteem. She's like a British pop artist, I think, that does like theoretical shit. I have no idea. She makes theater music, even though on a few of these songs she tends to sound like Charlie XCX or something, or maybe Lola Young or something. I don't know. But this is so funny. So on Album of the Year, hey y'all, Future Jason here. So yeah, I've been making this video since April 30th, and it's been like, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks since I've been working on it. Well, that's because ever since like the second week of May, I've been having terrible allergies. I felt very weak on it for a few days as well. I'm still going over it with my allergies. I mean, since like last week, I've been feeling better. So like I try to like continue working my video, at least working like at least I'll have like 2 hours to work on it or some shit. I don't know. I'm doing this, but yeah. So right now I'm trying to finish it up. I still got a few clips to like go through. Right now I'm on number 2, but I ain't gonna lie. Looking at my number 2 spot, which is about self-esteem. Yeah, I stumbled my words so much in this clip. It's so bad. So I'm probably gonna scrap it after like maybe the first 30 seconds of it or some shit. So when it comes to self-esteem, I didn't like the album at all, but I am planning on making a video about her. So stay tuned for that. I don't know when I'll start it, but in the future, um, I'll start making a video about her because why not? Cause I have like an idea of like me making a series where I wanna dive into like niche artists or some shit. I don't know. That's kind of rude, but fuck it. Or like very like underground artists, like Self Esteem's pretty underground. You know, she got a feature from an artist that made a song for like the live action Lion King. So there's that. But yeah, so what's my opinion on the album though? I haven't listened to it in a long time. I still think it's trash, but I know like the one song, "Mother" is pretty bad. That's all I can remember. And oh yeah, I remember like once the album being like a theater kid like entertainment or some shit. I don't know. This is all script by the way. So there's that. Shut up, PC. I don't care about Java update. So yeah, so I'm gonna scrap this clip. This is gonna be the clip that I'm gonna be using. So let's go to the number 1 pick.
Run, rebel, run. Don't let them turn you into what they want. But wait, there's more. La-di-da-di, I like to party, but not.
Alright. We finally made it. So, number 1. I actually have 2 albums for my number 1 because this was complicated like the last album that I talked about. So, I decided to put MGK's I think it's called American Heart. I don't remember cuz I was like, "Oh, it's cliche, but that was the lead single to this album." I'm like, "Oh god." And then I also have Will Smith's album as number 1. And that album was oh, if you want to talk about corny, go and listen to that album. I mean, MGK's was cliche as well. It was horrible. But if you want like worse, if you want like corny, then Will Smith for sure. I don't know. Like they're both corny albums. They're both bad. MGK's, I can't even finish it. This album was so bad. I don't know why he wants to be like an indie rock punk artist still. Like I don't fucking get it. He recently made a song with Fred Durst. I'm like, okay, this could have been worse, in my opinion. Like, wasn't that great? My friend showed me this. He was like, "Oh, do you like this song?" I'm like, "No." I don't think he realized I despise MGK. So there's that. I'm not my Fred Durst at all. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind the Biscuit. They're funny. But dude, like, what is this album though? You got cliche on here. Some other songs sound cliche. All these songs are cliche. Like, ugh, God. The lyrics are pretty bad too, but not questionable. But just like, I don't know. And MGK's voice on these songs, it's just irritating as fuck, man. I'd rather listen to like, some nails on a chalkboard or some shit. Like, God, dude. It's so bad. Will Smith's was just like I said, very corny. Most of the features didn't even save it, except for like, I mean, Big Sean had a decent feature. Same thing with like Jordan Lucas, but I don't know. I mean, Friday had a decent verse as well, but I don't know. The beats on here were just so bad. Oh yeah, the production on the MGK album was like bad, but it was definitely like blending all together, so I couldn't tell like which song was which at least. But Will Smith's was just god awful, dude. Lyrically, Will Smith is worse than MGK, but I say like cadence wise, definitely MGK for sure. Like his delivery on the entire album was just so bad. Will Smith was just like stupidly cocky and annoying and like corny. I'm gonna say corny at least like 10 times. Maybe more than that. I think I've said corny at least like 60 times. But dude, like these albums are so bad, man. I was gonna re-listen to them because I haven't listened to those albums in a while, but I know like they're still bad. They're still bad. And then I don't want to listen to Will Smith talking about like I like cute or pretty girls. I like pretty girls. So fucking stupid. God, dude. I like pretty girls.
I like pretty girls. This nigga is trash.
It's just funny how like he made this. I don't know how Lyrical Lemonade like approved his freestyle. And then actually I think the album came out before the freestyle, which is kind of funny. I forgot, but I could be wrong. But I think the album came out before his freestyle. God, dude. Oh man, but yeah. So I have these two in my top one. But yeah, so that's why I got these two albums at number one. They're both bad. I was gonna put like maybe Will Smith number two, but then I'm like nah, they're both equally bad, which I know we don't do if I were to make a list like this, because my original list for 2023 before I scrapped the video, it didn't have like a tie for number one, but maybe someday I'll go back and visit that list and see like okay, I'll change this, change that, or something. I don't know. But I'll definitely make a 2026 one for sure in the future. Well, when the time comes, of course. Alright, so that is my list of the worst albums of 2025. So, I think I'm the only one that has mentioned Self-Esteem, Complicated Women. Or fucking Complicated Women by Self-Esteem. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. And then also, probably the first person has a tie for first place with the MGK and Will Smith together. That's a great combo. Lots of corn. Yes, lots of cornballs in this shit. I know I am missing at least a few albums on here, like these ones, especially Okay, this is funny. So I was gonna listen to Morgan Wallen's album. I forgot what it's called, but I remember I was looking at the track list. 30 songs. I'm like, okay. But I remember 3 years ago I listened to his that one album which has like 36 songs long. I don't know why I tried doing second listen on it. That was so dumb. I forgot what that album was called, but it was before like he dropped this album or back in before he dropped this album last year. But yeah, so maybe I'll make a part 2, or maybe I'll make a video be like more worst albums of 2025 or some shit. Maybe I can put it on there. I don't know. I haven't listened to the Morgan Wallen album yet, so there's that. I was going to, but I'm like, nah, I think that's kind of typical for me if I were to put it on this list, so there's that. But I know I'm missing a few, though. I know I'm missing a few. I mean, I was going to put DDG on here, but then these albums were way worse than his, especially Dave Blunt, so there's that. Also, back to Mark Wallen, I didn't feel like suffering through another 30+ album. Fuck that shit. I did have a young boy, so there's that. But yeah, so maybe in the future I'll do a part 2. I'll see. I actually might do that. That's not a bad idea. But yeah, so do y'all agree with this list? Let me know. There's a lot of stingers on this shit for sure. But if you disagree, let me know in the comments. Let me know. I would like to know why you disagree with MGK and Will Smith being together at number 1, or Dave Blunt's at number 3, or I could have like 2 Slimy on here. Who knows? But yeah, so that's gonna be it. Should I give these AI albums a listen too? I mean, I could do that. Another video idea. Alright, bye bye, y'all. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Should I do a discovery ranking on Slipknot? Let me know. Let me know.